not my phone about to fall off the tripod. Close. Hello. I have decided to come live. Alright, so I'm live today because it was the plan to go live. I'm going to be doing, adding some aloe to my hair. And I'm going to be speaking about feelings, I guess. What I am doing to, guess, cope. I woke up not feeling the best. I've been up since 5, so well since 4 something. I went and took my walk. I've gone out. I haven't technically grounded, but I did try to sit by the lake and have breakfast. I didn't like what I prepared, so I am starting over. Um, I just want to go over some of the things that I do whenever I'm not feeling the best, to reset. Now, I've I don't have anything uh, going on to where I should be feeling this bad, or aside from the regular things of the world. No, this is the aloe vera plant I'm using. I took it from the patio that I'm currently sitting on, and it's one of my favorite places to be. Just that's one of those things I do to make sure I feel a bit better. But one of the reasons why I'm doing a live is because I had planned it, and because I'm not feeling good. One of the ways I make myself feel better is to accomplish something that I have planned. So since I had this planned, I'm going to do that. Even though I initially had another topic planned, um, which would be um, more helpful to you, possibly. Um, I've decided to just chit chat and do some self care, which is going to be my hair. I'm going to put this in my hair and leave it for most of the day, I believe I will. And I'm going to take a, well, eat something else because I didn't eat the breakfast. I didn't want it. I believe right now I may be the grief, and I haven't really felt like this for a while, in this capacity. So it's revisiting the things that I did to help me get out of a state whenever I felt like this before. So I'm making one of my favorite types of breakfast. It's not really the healthiest for me, especially right now, but sometimes you just do what is best, what makes you feel best at the moment, right? So I'm making some naan bread. I'll probably put some chickpeas with it, or I have some tuna. I don't know, I'll just make something with it, but I am going to be doing that today. Gonna eat something, gonna shower, I'm gonna take a nap. I've already walked twice to work out these feelings. I'm trying my best not to think. I just want to be in the moment. But using the aloe, this aloe, I don't know if you saw it before. It was a bigger plant, but it started off with like a little baby plant, a tiny plant. So encouraging, I'm encouraging others to keep pushing, keep going if you're going through anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be grief. Sometimes you're just feeling a little depressed when you wake up. And one of the things that I did before and I'm going to do now is just to go back to bed. I want to set that up. So I've tidied a little to, well, the place was that out of order. So just refreshing, making the house smell a bit better. I am preparing myself. I'm preparing my space for my future self. I just finished pulling my braids out this morning. This is You see the growth? I cut my hair like 2 years ago. Shaved my head. And it didn't feel like it was like growing that much, but I'm like, look at length check. Let's see. Some of this is just, I had the braids in for a while, so I haven't detangled yet. But look. Ooh. And then I noticed some thinning right here. And I didn't have braids right, but I did manipulate it quite a bit. I would like put, I like my little curly cues. So I would put some gel or some other curling product I use. Anyway, I am going to be doing aloe vera treatment. I'm going to keep it in for the whole day. So when I take my second shower later on, I'll be washing it out. So it's very easy to do. You just need a piece of aloe and you're just gonna, it's just falling down my back. You're just gonna rub it into your hair. I'm gonna section it in a moment. I don't have all of my tools with me. Really what I have are these two combs and my hands and the knife that I use to cut the aloe. But whenever you're applying aloe, there's no, it's not difficult. There's no technique that you have to necessarily follow. Um, Making sure to get it on the scalp helps with stimulating your follicles. So once I apply everything, I'm gonna massage it in for a while, and massage is really good. Not just for your head, but I'm gonna be massaging my body today as well, just um, to feel a little better. I've worked on utilizing the sun to help boost the serotonin levels, happy hormones, to feel a bit better. Um, it works while it's happening. I'm not saying any of these things don't work, but sometimes they take a while to set in, or just it's not immediate, or I don't know, sometimes it's not enough in the moment, and we can be real with that. There's a lot going on in the world today. There's a lot going on in our personal lives too, to balance. And then even though I didn't actively think of anyone to say, okay, I'm grieving, and it's weird though. Grief is weird. It's like it's 2023, January 2023. He passed, and I went through it to heal and grow, and I'm a completely different person. Then some days it just all at once. So when I see that happening, I stop and I take time for me. I'm just taking a little extra time for me. So I have quite a lot, so I'm not concerned that I'll run out. But what I did earlier, I didn't explain that. Like I don't know if this is called mucilage too, but whatever slime is that's what you need on your scalp. You need it on your hair. I've been doing this on and off for years. I haven't treated my hair for a while because I had braids in, but I'm gonna take a break from the added hair. I had human hair extensions added to my hair, and in some areas it kind of thinned it out because I put too much hair on the softer hair. So I'm gonna take time to take care of that. If I do some braids again, it's probably gonna be with my own hair, and it's actually like I showed again, it's a decent length now. So it's crazy from a shaved head. And it's funny because I don't really pay attention. I'm gonna use a new piece. And I'm gonna start parting off my section. So yeah, when your hair is in, you don't really obviously not in, but like you don't really think about the hair growth that much, and then you'll be doing it and you're like, oh wow, it's grown a bit. But I'm going to get a protective style with my natural hair in, and I'm going to, not today though, I'm going to leave this out for a while. But I'm going to put a natural hairstyle in, and then I will work on keeping these aloe treatments up and see how things play out. But again, working through grief years on, interesting. I remember I was working at the time, and at the time I was working around the time he passed. So my company at the time provided grief counseling and things like that. But the person I set the appointment with had actually he did a lot more for me than the actual therapist I ended up going to. Unfortunately, I don't believe she was well equipped. I had too many insights that she wasn't privy to. She wasn't able to. I didn't expect her to change my life. And can anyone hear me? Hi. Oh, does it look like a utopia or not? All right. So I rubbed this on the scalp already, back here. And now I'll just go through my hair. I'll do this before adding, well, detangling. I want to make sure it's fully saturated. So it's just, it detangles a lot easier. All of this is natural shedding because my hair has been in braids, and some of it might not even be my hair because I had human hair extensions in braid in hair. So some of it might be that too. So I just cut to get some more of the slime out. I keep going to say mucilage because I know that's what I should check, but I'm honestly too lazy to go up to find the other phone or my computer to check. But oh look, people use this as a gel anyway. So I'm just anyone joining right now, I am, yeah, why is that? Yeah, is that a question? Where are you from? Because yeah, my English is good. I'm from England, so I'd hope it would be good. I woke up not feeling my best, so I'm taking some time for self-care, and I'm going to eat one of my favorite breakfasts and going to take a nap. I did initially start the day with a healthier breakfast. I had made oatmeal, and I had also made some protein pancakes, but I make it like a cake mix. But I had like 2 bites, and it was just not what I wanted. So I'm not forcing myself, especially when I'm not feeling my best. Nothing physically changed, nothing happened. I actually received good news today, but um, I think I'm not gonna use this to detangle. I'll use this to separate the hair. I decided a while ago that I was gonna start using a pick, but I didn't get around to it, so I'm just gonna do that now. I feel like the pick has less strain on your hair, the bristles aren't as tight, and the way you handle the brush, it's not easy to just tug it, so you have to take time with your hair. But you see how easily it glides through, and this is the first time I'm doing any type of detangling on the hair um, since taking the braids out this morning. So I'm gonna just go through I'm not gonna do small sections the whole way because I am waiting for my why are you telling? I feel like that's one of the bot things. I'm sorry for anyone watching the playback and wondering why I keep stopping. Someone in the chat with random sentences. So so twist my hair up, cover it with a bag. I will take a shower, but I'm not gonna wash it out. I'm not sure. Is it? My hair has never been that thin there before, so I'm guessing it's because I was pulling my hair back while they were in braids, and I will be um, refraining from that going forward for a while, especially for right now. No tight hairstyles. Ooh. And I probably just gonna use my finger to prefer that. I'm not gonna stay too long. I'm waiting for my bread to rise. I'm making some naan bread. So I've made the dough, knead it back, and shouldn't be eating bread really. I'm on a healing, but today technically is like a cheat day anyway. So if I have one cheat meal and it's homemade, so it's not too bad. This is where I'm at with the thing, just to update for anyone that's popping in. I could use it more than that, but because I have so much, I'm not gonna strain myself to use that. So I'm using another piece now, and I'm gonna go through on the scalp here. They can turn around and show you from that. I like to use music to change my mood, but even this morning I just wasn't feeling it. I had some gospel playing in my room, but sometimes it helps to fix the state of the room, and it's not a religious thing, and I'm not pointing it out. These AI, man. Yeah, music, whether it's gospel or any type, but I don't like any music talking about being meek, less than, bitches, hoes, those kind of things. I'm not into. I was considering just being of service today, being going outward. Maybe I'm gonna try this time. Stop it up. And the video that I plan to make today, the live I planned, it would have been more of service, but honestly, I can't, I didn't, my brain's not doing what it needs to do. Keep getting images of him in the hospital bed. I think it's because I was clearing out my phone. Yeah, I was clearing out my phone the other day, and I came across funeral pictures and videos, and I didn't watch all of them, but my son had taken a picture of his dad in the hospital bed, and it's me next to it, and I screenshot the image of me alone because I was it's a reference picture for me. I was very large. I didn't realize how large I was. Weird thoughts. I was like, I saw a video this morning of a two girls. Their best friend had been murdered, and this is while I was trying to feel a bit better. I went on TikTok and their friend had been murdered, and they were making a video, I guess to her in heaven, to let her know the updates in the past 2 years. And it's been 2 years. Almost, I think it's 2 years. January 2023. So yeah, next year. Anyway, I think of updating. Did not come on here to do that. I thought I was strong enough to not break down. I don't think it's a sign of weakness anyway. Sometimes you just don't feel good. And you can be honest with yourself. I'm releasing more. I'm rubbing it on my scalp. I'm twisting it up, but once I finish twisting it, I'm gonna massage my scalp too, and then I'll bag it up and go take care of myself a little more. Eat something. Well, I'll eat something first. No, I think I'll shower first. I don't feel. I've gone on 2 walks already. What is that? That's the hair. I've gone on 2 walks already. I love the way this makes my hair look because it's healthy, it's hydrated, it's showing you. And as I'm going, all this is coming out. And it may it's mostly my hair. I don't think this is any braiding hair in here. The braiding hair, the human hair, of course, it's gonna look just like my hair, but it's slightly different. I used a bit of dye on it, on the other hair, not mine. This video may have to serve as a length check, and then I'll check back again. My eyes are a little yellow. I saw that yesterday too. I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to changes in my body because even though I'm eating well and exercising, taking care of myself in that way, unfortunately sleep doesn't always come, and the stress, I do work on it, but nobody is going to be able to do it all the time, or if they can, then you can give me their secret. I was gonna start doing like no combs and stuff, because I know I did that for a while and my hair did thrive, but I don't have the patience for that right now, and I know the pick is very helpful, so I am going to do that. I just realized I just started plaiting. It doesn't match, I'm just sectioning off, and then I'll put the cap on, shower, eat, go to bed, reset, and that usually works, because if you didn't know, anytime you are on a momentum of, I guess, negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, you can reset by taking a moment to meditate and or take a nap. I usually would set a timer for my nap. I have for today I do have to go on TikTok live, and I also have some TikTok shop videos to promote. So those are the tasks for today. I also need to reach out to somebody that is giving me an opportunity, and I need to update my brand kit so I can reach out to more um, brands for the upcoming quarter 4. So if you are a content creator or if you wear, um, quarter 4 is the best time to make money. I'm gonna put this in because it didn't. I saw it didn't, but I just thought it would, But yeah, quarter 4 is the best time for us to leverage our platforms and to reach out to brands to make money. And that's what we need right now. I think all of us. But we definitely need a change. And although everything is happening all at once, those things don't seem to be bothering me. I've located, it's like we're just missing someone that's no longer with us. So can't do much about that except work on my own feelings and emotions and taking time for self-care. Thus, here. I might, I'll probably put some on my face before my shower. I'm going to, check on my bread. Or I'm making naan bread. Or I may make rolls, but the recipe was the naan bread one that I usually use. I'm going to make those, and I am going to sorry, it's a big bowl right now, and then there's another step where I'll have to separate them into smaller bowls and then leave them a while. So during that time, I'll likely put some aloe on my face now and then have it sit until I'm ready to shower. I'm gonna completely make my breakfast, my pop. Well, I kind of did have it. I didn't really have breakfast. I literally had 2 bites, and right now it just felt too bland to force myself through that. Especially, I force myself through it. The food tasted good. It's not like it didn't taste good. It's just weren't in the mood. You know that feeling, right? And you're just not in the mood to eat a particular thing. The good news is though, I can use this video to make a short. I'm gonna put some more on the side. I can make it short and oh look, I looked over, right? This is so random though. I was walking one day and I saw this this thing here in the parking lot, right? And I believe it's tuna. I know it's good for diabetes if it is tuna. I'll take a picture on Google to find out. But I didn't. I had left it out for a little while, and then I decided while I was reorganizing my patio to just put it in this, and started growing this little shoot. And look, it's so cute. And it's in this little area here. Like I had it right here. There's my little Wayne. I've been hearing his songs all day today. Is this his birthday or something? I don't know. I've got Peacemaker over here. And we have thingy. What's his name? Green Lantern, is it? And then Thanos. Okay. That means my bread. The alarm just went off, so it's 30 minutes already. I'm sure the one's going on it. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna have to turn Alexa off. That pauses. No, I'm agreeing with you. Alright. Let's go, and the tripod may drop the thing. Ooh. So I guess my yeast is gonna have a little extra time. Alexa, stop. Yes, it's doubled in size. You wanna please see? So yeah, I will do that in a moment. I'm using my hands, obviously. So I am going to oh, the thing said to change orientation. Finish my hair. I feel, even though this wasn't the live I need to put that back up. This isn't the live I intended to have. I'm still glad I hit the algorithm, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like um being consistent, and unfortunately I haven't been as consistent on here as I planned to this month. Um right now, TikTok seems to be giving me a little more opportunity. Um, and it feels like it's more lively, like it's moving a bit more. I don't know. I'm not saying that YouTube is dead, but right now I'm using YouTube mostly for education, whether it be social media education to see what people are doing, and haven't been doing that as much lately anyway. But I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what I need to be doing on this channel either. Um, as far as interaction is concerned, I have a few riders which I'm grateful for. Don't think you're going unnoticed. I'm remembering everybody, and I screenshot some of the accounts. I'm hopefully you'll be around for a long time, so I can be there for you if in any way when needs be. And those are strangers. I have a few people, like real life friends, people that are supportive, but for the most part, most friends and family, don't expect them to be your main supporters. For anyone who is striving to do anything, not just social media, but just anything. For this, should I do 3 or 2? 2 or 3. I'm going to start going this way. So I'm going to section this one. It's going to be 4 probably. I'm going to bring it down here. Very cost effective, using some aloe. I'm going to work on making some gel probably. I have a lot of aloe plants. I have some in the fridge that I need to do something with. But I want to make gel. I need to be able to stabilize it. It feels so soothing on the scalp. I have a tutorial on exactly, it was very old, but it's the same process. Like pretty much the older videos that I'll probably link it to this one. Well, that video I show you exactly how to do it like I'm doing now. So if you're watching this and having a chit chat with me or listening out, you're seeing it anyway. It doesn't have to take much time. I guess I'm moving a bit slower, of course, because I'm talking and I'm paying attention to what's going on the screen. But this is an easy process, an easy step to add to your self-care routine if you haven't. I don't want anyone to say, oh, I already do this. If you already do that, I'm saying to add it. That means if you already have it, then you don't need to add it. Sometimes people love to state the obvious, and it can be a bit jarring. Also, another thing that kind of got me in my feels, I feel like, went down the rabbit hole again of this autism thing, because a lot of the miscommunications I receive with relationships and stuff, friendships, that kind of thing, I feel like it has a lot to do with what they say is autism. I'm not sure if that is the correct term, because I know whenever someone thinks of autism, they think of like the nonverbal highest on the spectrum, and then sometimes they do think of high functioning autistic people, but they're very, really, very socially awkward. I know I'm a little socially awkward, but I know how to mask, and I realized that's what I was doing this whole time. And I feel like maybe I should do some shadow work today to find out when I started masking and if I noticed when I started, because yeah, it's very interesting. A lot of the traits, and it presents in different ways for people. I'm gonna work on getting. I don't know if I want a diagnosis because the way that this administration is moving, they're kind of trying to villainize, demonize any kind of disability. I don't believe it's a disability. I feel like I'm highly intuitive, and I don't think it's necessary. It's just we function differently, but the people who are more in charge are neurotypical. So if you are neurodivergent in any way, you just seem to be the off one. But if we had more acceptance of different types of people, you wouldn't be seen as odd. You would just, people could just understand. One of the things that I'm battling with is frustrating. Even with, yeah, just my son is aware that I'm a little different, um, and he fully acknowledges it. But then at the same time, it's not just him, but like people will expect you to still act right or whatever, however they expect you to act, even though they are still acknowledging that there's something different about you. And, and the way I present myself, it looks like I have control over everything, but it is just social media has taught me so much about myself, and of course, reading helps too. So I'm gonna look into this a bit more to help discover myself more. Again, I want to find out how I started masking the and why. But it does seem that women or young girls go undetected because we start at a younger age as far as masking and how having like people pleasing, and I stopped doing that, and that's what the problem is now. Like people don't like that I'm just being myself again. I just want to be myself. You know that? What's that artist? He has like a basic act. Like, is it Aaron or something like that? That song just came to my head. It's like, so the white kid that we think is having, well, I think Tyler the creator had referred to someone, and everyone assumed it was him. I can't remember his name right now, but random thought that his song just went in my head. But anyway, I want to just be myself again, and I usually am. And I realize being myself, like, only for people at a distance, they enjoy it, they love it, they're excited, they want to be around me more. But when you get to know me and realize, okay, maybe I'm a bit too brutally honest in times where I don't realize that it's not the right time to be, and um, that I don't mind working on, like, because you know what, if somebody is going to take the time to work with me, I will really work on making them more comfortable. But only people that are making an effort with me, I'm not going out of my way for anybody again, ever. I mean anybody. Me first, me last, me only. As far as my everyday life, I do want to be of service to others, and I want to help other people find themselves as well as I am. It's a continuous process. I do say I know who I am, but every day I'm learning and growing. So I actually, technically, I'm changing each time. So that statement can change each time, right? Because when you learn new things or you're changing, this is a lot of growth, I think. Okay, the snooze. I need to make my media kit, and I told the they need to remind me. So that's what I'm doing right here. But um, yeah, like look, from a shaved head, I guess if it's like half an inch on average, right? Our hair grows half an inch a month on average. So I guess I don't really do anything to it or to do too much to it. I forget to treat it most of the time anyway. I've just been living my life. See, glad I went through with my fingers because I feel a braid wasn't fully taken out. See, the hair that I use, I love it in the way that it looks like my hair. It's easy to blend in. It curls at the end, like mimics my hair, and then after it started to lock up at the end, which I like that part too. It looked like I had lock. But then the problem with that is when it was time to take it out, it was jarring. Initially, I felt like I started around. When did I start yesterday? I don't remember. I think about 7, and I was planning. I thought I would have it out by noon. First, it was 10 o'clock actually, and then noon. But then I ended up finishing it. They literally came over here. Geese. I said geese, and it looked up. Do they know that we call them geese? You think? What do you think that they call themselves, or do you think they even call themselves anything? I don't think they do. I have used AI, the editor CapCut, right? And I realized anytime I was recording in nature, kept seeing, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, right? And I was like, was I singing under my breath or mumbling or whatever? And I realized after a while it happened with the birds, like duck, happened with lizard that was up on the thing. But if that's all they do all day, I feel like it was picking up their frequency. And I know that might sound a bit weird, but I really don't care because we don't really know everything, and anyone that makes fun of anybody for believing in something, they're ridiculous. I feel like your experience is yours to have in it, whatever you choose to believe, as long as it's not hurting anyone, and then as long as you're not purposefully spreading any wild misinformation, I feel like you can have your own thoughts. So this is just a thought and experience that I have experienced. If anyone's interested, I still have videos, and I could probably make some new ones. We could actually run that experiment together, but it must be a beautiful thing to just exist in nature and not worry about anything. You're just out here praising God. The animals think of God and eating, survival, right? Just like where I live, I feel like there's like a little ecosystem that I like to watch play out in front of me, and sometimes it's jarring to watch, and it's not exclusive to where I live, obviously, but I am comfortable enough to be outside for the majority of the time whenever I have access, or with the access. I always have the access. I just don't always have the would it be time? But it's very. I don't want to be hypocritical because if it were me, all right. So like animals, right? They, in one respect, you'll say, okay, all they have to do is just be here and they're fine. They don't have to pay to live it on whatever. And on the other hand, a mother duck can have 20 ducklings in the beginning of the season, and by the end she ends up with 2, and it's very jarring to watch animals of prey just jump come out of the sky and just pick them up, and you'll see the duck, she kind of flies after it a little bit trying to catch up, and it's so sad. But then at the same time they don't have bills. No, I wouldn't trade it because I imagine that's your child. It's like we act as if these animals don't feel anything, and I know I'm saying this from someone that actually started eating animals again after being vegan for I wasn't vegan. I had a plant-based diet. I don't like associating myself with the vegan community, to be honest with you. They're very hostile for the most part. And if you are in that community, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you are a black vegan. The way you're treated is very different. Um, it might not be anyone else's experience, but it was my experience, and I also saw that of I've obviously had conversations with other people in the same community who have the same experience. So I just want to be myself. I found a new way to extract this slime. Again, keep going to say mucilage. Yeah, but there's a lot. There's a whole lot in here, and I'm not gonna open the last one for my hair. I'm just going to reuse the other ones because I'm not going to cut in or I can use this too. I'm going to use it on my face. That goes in the fridge. I have a bunch in the fridge that I need to process. I'm going to likely make some ice, aloe vera, like little ice thingies I can use for, hair, skin, and any kind of burns, anything like that. I'll have them on hand. Again, going in on the scalp, making sure it's saturated, and then I'll put it in the hair. I'm gonna use one of the older pieces again because I didn't really extract too much. I'm actually liking this comb method. I'm just rubbing it along, but not loosening it too much because I don't want too many pieces in my hair. I'll be, again, anyone here now, I'll be washing this out a little later on. My second shower of the day, but for right now, I'm just gonna keep it in, get my hair covered. I'll probably go to the sauna today so I can, you can see. I use henna, so you can see a bit of brown here too. I use henna in my hair for treatment, and then it also covers like the grays and stuff, so that's why you're seeing brown. Right there. I have this fresh piece I'm gonna leave on my skin. I don't want to start off again, so see the bowl, what's going on here. All of these parts I've used. Fresh part here. I'm going to put this in the fridge and I'll use that part of the ice because these are so finicky to deal with. And aloe is one of those things that you have to, plants that you have to be careful with because it has the spikes on them. But it is one of those like superfood type of things that has so many medicinal properties and for topical reasons, and then topical, and also you can ingest for the benefits. It's one of those for lower blood sugar. Alright, so my whole scalp is saturated. I'm going to cover this whole section, twist it up, and then see my back there too. Oh, I already saturated that. My neighbors going by. I like the fact that they're very respectful. Like usually they call to me, or I call to them, whatever, right? Or I'm out here. But whenever they see that I'm recording or doing something, they may do a smile if we lock eyes, but for the most part they won't. And I know it's like basic human courtesy, but in this day and age, unfortunately, that's not a common thing. So I appreciate it whenever I see humans just being decent humans. I feel like this is the shortest part of my hair, usually. It feels really good inside. This first one. Alright, the chunk's coming. I don't care right now. I just want to get this in. I am actually very tired. I didn't sleep well. That's one of the reasons I'm going back to nap, and I feel like that might have something. Oh, I found another piece. It might be one of the reasons why I am feeling down, or the grief is hitting a little more than it usually would. I've been making sure to stay hydrated. You know, like sometimes, have you experienced this where like you feel like you want to, right? You just feel so overwhelmed in life, and then you're like, I can't take this anymore. It's depression, blah, blah, blah. And then you just have some water or take a nap or go outside, and then you realize, oh, I was just dehydrated or I was just hungry. So before you start to have ideologies of wanting to not be here anymore, and thinking, going down that rabbit hole of emotions, always check in with your physical and find out what you really need. Because even though this morning I had my oatmeal, which is something I don't have a problem eating most of the time, this morning I just couldn't do it. And it's not that I wasn't hungry, because I'm hungry. I'm still hungry right now. But I didn't want to force myself to eat something I just didn't want to eat at the time. And that would have probably made me feel worse. And the digestion. That's another thing too. Sometimes we are overeating. Our body needs a break. So sometimes fasting from the morning, feed, and check in with yourself and see how you're feeling. Because a lot of the time, if I don't have the best breakfast, meaning like it's not the healthiest like for me at the time, I can go on. It's not just me, it's everyone though. We can spiral, and then you're not in touch with your emotions. You won't realize that you're spiraling because of what you've just eaten, because you kind of become accustomed to feeling off or down or depressed, as you will likely be diagnosed if you have more days of being sad than not. So I was clinically diagnosed with depression at one point, and I realized it wasn't depression. I was just grieving. It's just weird that, well, I did feel bad before the death, but it still wasn't. I had reason to feel down. It's not just like random depression. I was grieving. So all the emotions that you would have had, all the feelings that you would have had before, they're exacerbated because you are experiencing something, especially if you've never experienced it before. I've experienced people passing away. This time was the most important. It was the same way. Yeah, it was just it was a more important person. It was like when someone passes that you're used to talking to every day. Sorry. When you're used to talking to them and experience, like just life with, and then for them not to be there, it's going to be a big difference, right? Hi, Leon. Welcome. So, yeah, feeling my feelings. Can't wait for this nap. I will wait though, because I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna take a nap, so I'm gonna have to take a while. I'll likely do a little dance party for myself. Will I go live doing that? I don't know, but dancing frees me, and I don't think while I dance, so I believe that's like my form of meditation, as well as gardening. I like to be with the soil and stuff. I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't get a bunch of like, I don't want to say it because I don't want it to happen. I don't, but you know how you get a nature in the soil. I haven't really experienced too many. I've probably had like a centipede here or there, One of the plants had a worm in it like 4 years ago. It's just a good experience for me. So I hope it continues. Okay, snooze. Reminder to make my media kit. I feel like if not if when I get that done today, you see how the difference in length. Hold on, I did cut some out, but look, that stops there. Okay, aloe vera is so good. It helps to let everything stick out easily. Let's see. I'll likely trim it a little later on. That's a task I'm not up for right now. So I'm very hungry. I'm feeling a little weaker. I've walked twice today, so I burned a lot of energy on like an empty stomach, and that wasn't wise. It was just because I was trying to wait. They say if you're depressed, if you start moving, like it kind of, and it does work, especially when you touch your hips, move your hips around, and I'm gonna do some hip flexor exercises. Maybe do some yoga. I haven't done that for a long time, years even. This is all that came out. So I'm going to go and cover this up, use this on my entire body, make my breakfast, shower, and then I have to stay up for a while, so I can work on the media kit in the meantime, and then take my nap. Sounds like a lot. I'm not gonna try to complete the media kit, but I will start working on it, because just doing a little bit every day it's going to give you little wins and show you how capable you are. Keep going. So showing up for myself is a form of self-care, and I'm doing these tasks that I planned for myself. I'm gonna use the massage gun, and I can work out a little later on too, like really, because I did go to the gym too. I didn't work out though. I went to the gym and I realized I was too weak to work out and I was hungry, so I came home and decided to make something to eat. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Thank you for everybody that joined. Anyone watching the playback, if you sat down and listened to me ramble for 58 minutes and 6 seconds, I'm grateful to you. I will be having lives that are more structured and more geared towards helping. I'm also working on fixing up my patio a bit. I'm also going to be tailoring my clothes. I'm gonna take in some of my favorite pieces that I don't want to get rid of. So if anyone's interested in that, you can subscribe to the channel, follow me for more, and yeah, I want to build this community. So it's a bit awkward when I'm doing live and I'm not interacting with people as much, but I know in time things will grow, and I want to and be more consistent. I kept getting cut. That cut poked, but it matched. It was blending in, so I didn't see it. But yeah, community is the name of the game. Your home community where you're living. You want to, if you're not familiar with your neighbors too much, hopefully and there's no negativity issues that maybe you haven't reached out to them before. I'm wholeheartedly supporting and encouraging everybody to build your communities, grow stuff, kitchen scraps. You could be used for compost. A lot of like scallions or green onions and garlic, ginger. There's lots of those herbs. Mint, they can be regrown. Like is Up there, I had some mint in that thing, and I have some basil and little herbs and stuff that you don't have to pay for in the supermarket. I'm going to be setting some seeds like either tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna take my garden a lot more seriously because I want to be able to harvest from it, and I used to be able to do that before. Anyway, the hour is here. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. I'm gonna go and make my, again, I keep saying it. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and yeah, take care.